3 months, baby. I wish it was Friday. I wish it was Friday. Why? You know. During the week, can't, you know.
For a limited time, get free merchandise when purchasing a Premise Tier membership. This limited time offer will return periodically when new merchandise releases. So yes, give me all your money right now.
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone, the free-to-play battle royale, and how YouTubers are actually flying out as soon as this week to play the mode early. Now, this lines up perfectly with an official statement we saw just a few days ago after Charlie Intel reported that some close insiders had heard that YouTubers were being flown out this week, and they also heard that the battle royale wouldn't be dropping until March 10th, presumably a month after the release of Season 2 in Modern Warfare. So let's quickly look over this statement from the other day. It says, sources close to the game's developer indicate that official marketing plans for Warzone will start this week when invited North American content creators visit the studio to play and capture the battle royale mode ahead of a future announcement. So what's weird about this is that at the time of recording this video, no marketing has appeared for Warzone at all, right? The only tease we can think of is the cinematic cutscene with Season 2 of Modern Warfare, but other than that, Activision hasn't addressed anything at all in regards to the big leaks for the free-to-play Battle Royale, and it's at the point where everything there is to know about the Battle Royale is already known thanks to leaks. There are almost no surprises left, and it's kind of cringe to think that Activision is still looking at Warzone as a surprise when it really isn't at this point. So I'm not sure what the issue is here, right? It just shows you how stuck up and outdated Activision is. Reminds me of Nintendo a little bit as well, you know, where the people who are in charge of the marketing or just the company overall have no idea how to show some transparency with the community. They have no idea how to handle big situations like this. And it's also ironic that Eric Hirschberg, I believe his name is, the original CEO of Activision from, I think it was the 2011 era with Modern Warfare 3, he actually addressed leaks during a press conference. I'll have that video down below in the description, and the way he addressed it was really appropriate, right? They ended up, you know, releasing the official reveal for Modern Warfare 3 ahead of the actual slot that they were planning on doing it, and I think that was an appropriate response to these massive leaks. And when it comes to Warzone, they've not responded to it at all, and obviously it's been a change of leadership since Eric was CEO. I totally get that, but it just shows you that, you know, Activision is stuck up, wants to stick to their schedule or whatever they had in mind for Warzone's marketing, but doing so just makes them look stupid, right? Everybody knows everything there is to know about Warzone, yet they're still considering it a quote-unquote surprise that YouTubers are gonna fly out and then one day just announce, hey, here's gameplay of a free-to-play Modern Warfare Battle Royale, enjoy, and then from there we'll start seeing marketing after that. Now, I'm not sure if it's gonna work similar to the Gunfight Alpha, where we had content creators like Courage and Shroud actually sit down and stream Gunfight from whatever studio they were at. I'm not sure if it's gonna be that way or if they're gonna record gameplay at some point and then, you know, bring it home, edit it, and then release it whenever they're told to, right? I'm not sure how that, you know, system's gonna work or not, but looking at the statement from the other day, it does appear that yes, some of that is on point. We might get a tease over on Twitter one of these days, or they might release a clip of some sort teasing it, and then North American YouTubers and presumably other YouTubers around the world as well will start premiering gameplay sometime soon. And maybe if the leaks didn't exist, this would have been a really cool marketing strategy where nobody out there knows anything about the Battle Royale, then all of a sudden some of your favorite content creators and streamers start premiering gameplay of the actual Battle Royale, or they start streaming from the studio, and then that builds more anticipation leading up to the release of Warzone, which is probably going to be sometime in March. Maybe that was a really cool strategy at one point, but right now it really isn't the best approach to kind of respond to all of the massive leaks which already spoiled just about everything there is to know about the mode. And it's a bit cringe, right? We have some more evidence that Syndicate, Exorcist Respect, probably Shroud, maybe even Ninja are all going to be going to the studio and record some gameplay of Warzone. I'll put some screenshots up on screen in case you haven't seen this stuff. And again, I totally understand that, right? Flying out some of the biggest streamers out there to really show Activision some good numbers, right? Encourage more people to pick up Warzone, especially since it's free. But I think an issue that I brought up in the past, especially with Call of Duty Zombies, is that Activision seems to have some type of outdated list, maybe not with Modern Warfare, but at least with Treyarch Call of Duties, where they end up flying out people that no longer post videos on YouTube, no longer even play Call of Duty Zombies, but used to and are still on this list of quote-unquote influencers that deserve to be flown out, and it's kind of cringe. I've talked about that before, but hopefully they make some changes with Call of Duty 2020. It should be a good balance between popular streamers who might not even play COD and also the people out there who are actively posting and still dedicated, pouring all of their love and sweat into the franchise. So that's about it with that. But in terms of the actual security of Modern Warfare, I briefly touched on this before. Activision clearly has this very certain marketing schedule for how they want to promote Call of Duty Warzone, right? Being this big free-to-play Call of Duty experience, but what security measures were put in place to prevent leaks, right? If they want to be stuck up and stick to whatever plan they had, right, what effort was made to make sure that the entire mode wasn't leaked, right? I understand the cinematic was a big tease to it. People should already be expecting a Battle Royale, but look at how people are glitching into lobbies, making the Battle Royale look complete. Look at how people can easily just record gameplay of just about, every feature of the Battle Royale with little to no effort, right? And it's not that people are intending on glitching into these lobbies. The game is doing that for them, right? There's even glitches where the classified portion of the main menu turns into Warzone. You can literally see it. So I just don't get it. I just don't get how Activision wants to be stuck up and stick to their plan, but then put no security measures to prevent anything from being spoiled, right? Look at how just about every asset for the Battle Royale was included with the patch for Season 2 of Modern Warfare, and that's another thing too, right? I really wasn't expecting the Battle Royale to release, right away with release of Season 2. I was expecting at least a week or two max before it came out, but because of the severity of the leaks, I'm like, there's no way it's going to take more than 2.5 weeks or so to come out, right? But the fact that all of that leaked, they haven't addressed it, and we might have to wait till March 10th or so, that's just ridiculous. But for all we know, we could be surprised. There could be a release, at some point in the next week or so, right? Maybe YouTubers are being flown out this week, gameplay could be premiered on Monday or Tuesday, and then it releases next Friday, right? That's always possible. We have absolutely no idea, but based on the rumors from reliable inside sources that Charlie Intel even credited, it looks like it won't be until, maybe the second week of March. But again, let me know what you think of that in the comments, right? I know people out there were looking at speculation videos and looking at tweets and thinking, oh, it might be coming out tomorrow, it might be coming out, February 18th. People out there had a lot of high expectations, and not that they were necessarily wrong for having those expectations, but if you really think of it, right, with the severity of the leaks, right, what do you expect people to think with that, right? You would expect that because those leaks are so severe, the Battle Royales are just around the corner, and if that was the case, I would have been like, okay, somehow something went wrong with the update, things leaked in that they shouldn't have leaked, and then the Battle Royale just came out straight away anyway, so it didn't really matter. But the fact that all of that leaks, Activision's being quiet and is going to stick with whatever this marketing strategy is, and it might take until, second week of March, that's just uncalled for, man. Now, what's also really funny is that the copyright strike that the Gaming Revolution recently received for posting gameplay of a glitched lobby showing the Warzone training actually got updated with a description, and the description literally gives it all away. It says that the strike was for posting early gameplay of an unreleased Battle Royale for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So there you have it, more confirmation in case anybody out there was still confused about what Warzone is. I've seen some really weird and questionable tweets saying that Warzone's supposed to be this massive Spec Ops expansion. I know, I didn't believe it either, but yeah, people actually do think that on the internet. But there you have it, confirmation right there. They just gave it all away. So again, it's like, where's the effort to conceal anything, right? They could have wrote anything like, showing early gameplay of an unreleased feature or mode. They could have, hidden it that way. But again, no effort to be made here, yet they're still sticking to this very secretive and discreet marketing strategy, which only really works if done correctly and if things are encrypted properly in the files, right? With Black Ops 4, it really seems like things were encrypted pretty damn well, right? Easter eggs really weren't leaked. A couple of things leaked here and there, and I would say that's either pure laziness on Treyarch's part, or it was something where, there were interns or some inexperienced workers doing stuff for Black Ops 4 while the experienced developers were working on COD 2020, since that just got thrown at the Treyarch's lap. So it could be a case where there's rookies working and making those easy mistakes when, the veterans of the studio are doing other things. Maybe that's happening with Infinity Ward, right? The veterans of the studio, the experts, are working on COD 2021, right? The new Modern Warfare 2, while some of these rookies and interns, or wherever they could have hired or, subcontracted, they're doing work for Season 2 and the Battle Royale, and things are just slipping into these updates and leaking, right? And there's nothing being done about it. That could always be the case here, but but I also wanted to bring up the map comparison that the Gaming Revolution also recently posted, comparing the size of the Warzone map to other popular battle royales. We have Arma 3, a bunch of PUBG maps, Fortnite, and even Blackout. So it's kind of sad. We have itty bitty little Blackout all the way at the bottom there, and Blackout is pretty damn big, right? I know people out there are like, oh, Blackout isn't that big, but for somebody like me at least, who doesn't play much battle royale, Blackout felt like a decently sized map. It does take a while to get from, you know, one point of the map to the other. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Call of Duty Warzone. Let me know what you think about YouTubers being flown out. Let me know what you think about Activision's marketing strategy and the size of the Warzone map that luckily some talented people in the community were able to calculate based on all of the data mining alone. So that's insane, right? Activision hasn't officially said anything about Warzone yet. We already have map comparisons and a full list of all the locations and every feature you can think of, right? More information will also be in the description. There is a massive thread that is over on Reddit that features every leak possible thanks to data mining for this free-to-play battle royale. That is about it. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.